Hello, my name is Shadley and welcome back for another episode of Victoria 3 as Siam. And in previous episode we had a bit of a war against Dynam and Cambodia. We failed in that war, like we just didn't have the troop concentration, quite frankly. And we didn't have good enough troops yet. But for the next war, do we actually have another... No, we don't have another level of the weapons manufacturing. So we're just going to get a level 3 manufacturing and we're going to get the artillery production, so we're going to put in some artillery to our troops. Language in the classrooms. I think they should speak our language. I mean, that does mean a bit more radicals. I mean, it's already hit 700,000. Oh boy. At least the clergy is happy, so that means that we get a bit more pop growth. I mean, it's only 0.6% per year, but it's still a decent increase overall. I don't suppose we could increase the institution level there. Not for the health system. Education we could if we had the bureaucracy. And do we have, we've still got low market access in Malaya, but it's not too shabby. Once we get some, well, I suppose we could just build another port there, I suppose. Oh, but there's not enough population in here. Oh, the barracks is probably where, cleared out quite a bit during the war there. I suppose we could get the lead mine to start using that, and I don't suppose the class works, no, there isn't a better option yet. And the dye price is still massive. Did we have another... Oh yeah, we got another dye plantation underway. That'll at least help a little bit. We are getting to 25 battalions in our capital, by the way. So that's going to be giving us a total of 60 battalions. So that's 3 full armies. So that should be... Oh, the British are belligerent. Are they... What was it that they're doing? Oh, they are improving relations. Okay. Not entirely sure if they're belligerent. Why are they improving relations? But... Okay. I'm not going to question it. So authority is a little bit low. We're still making money though. We don't have a massive gold reserve. It's only 140,000. We've got a GDP of 7 million, which has been on a steady growth. We did start with at least a little bit of GDP from the get-go. At least larger than compared to what we had in the Ethiopia playthrough. Do we have a lot of iron right now? We do have quite a bit extra. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch these two into iron frame buildings. The tool price is going to go up. And the total price for the construction is probably going to go up, but the total amount of construction being provided is also going to go up. And I suppose if we get some more iron mines, that's going to fix some of the issues. Law proposal causes uproar in Khmer communities. It's 10% increase, lose 5% bureaucracy for 5 years, and Khmer pops become more radical. Yeah, I'm going to take that. The sooner we get into agrarianism, the better. Now we're going to be losing a lot of money, though. But that was because of the construction upgrade. So now we got how much? Oh yeah, we're building 2 things at once now. One with full speed, and the other one with basically no speed, but still, it's better than nothing. At least we can see 2 things there at the same time, and that's a progress, I'd say. We might want to get some more iron mines going, actually, so we'll get another mine there. It's already producing quite a bit. And after the steel mill, it's going to be the motor industries. Then shipyard gets another level, more coal mines, food industries, tooling workshop, and dye plantation, arms industries all the way there, so it's going to take a while. How bad is the... So, furniture and clothing are still much needed, so let's go ahead and get the furniture manufacturer over here upgraded. Well, we could go for the boiler there, but no, I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea. We could go for the luxury furniture production, I suppose. Precision tools would already... Or even the luxury furniture production would improve the production of luxury furniture, but we're going to wait on that one. Well, let's get it to level 2 at least before we start fiddling around with those. Plus, we don't have a lot of tools right now, although the first level of luxury furniture production doesn't require tools to say the least, so it's not necessarily the worst, but yeah, the hardwood production isn't massive. I think we're using quite a bit for the... Well, we're using a decent bit for... Oh, Dynam declared rivalry. I mean, we haven't not had them as a rival for a long while. Or rather, to say that a little bit clearer, we've been rivaling them from the get-go. Or rather, we started them as a rival, so yeah, we haven't just changed that. Okay, so we got 27% chance of passing the agrarianism. If we could do that, that'd be really good. Dye price is pretty high. Clothing... Oh, is there... any more? Oh, they got a textile mill over there. Well, I mean, that's not too bad. We've got a lot of cheap fabric, and we need a lot more clothing, so I guess that's fine. They also got a... They're using most of the population for production already there. And over here they are have run out of pops already. I mean, suppose they've been fighting a lot of wars for me. Or helping with a lot of wars, so that's probably caused some issues there. Right, so the steel mill, that's going to take a while. Oh, because we don't have any construction factories in here, or construction sectors, sorry. So that means that the construction speed is somewhat reduced. So all the points are going in. Yeah, 21 points to get almost 19 points of construction speed there, so that's not a lot. Oh, did we have our king change? I think we did. Expert political... Celebrity commander, I think... No, actually, this might still be the same. It might be that our heir died. No, Well, we now have a new heir, at least, that's for sure. So it doesn't matter to... Oh, we got... Alright, yeah, Malaya is still 98%. We are getting another port there, right? Yes, we are. So that's going to fix some of the issues there. 9 more weeks for the steel mill, then the steel is... Well, it's not going to be used immediately. But it will be used over time, and I suppose... We've got another 3 construction sections over here. We can't switch those over quite yet to the production. I mean, that would require a lot of tooling. Although, speaking of tooling, we could start using the steel for the tool production, I suppose. That would be a lot of tools. Because we don't have the steel yet. Descenders break ranks. It's minus 50%. Or minus 10%, but minus 5% of their pop attraction. So that you lose some clout. We do have pretty bad economical situation right now. We got minus 7,000 profit right now. I'm going to take that anyway. We can maybe try for one more roll. If that doesn't work or improve the situation, then we'll just cancel the agrarianism for a while. And are we... Oh yeah, landowners reduce the tax income a lot. There's not a lot of unrealized tax though. Oh, right, we haven't got unrealized traditional, so we can't switch to the better taxation. That's why we need this badly. So it might actually be in our interest just to keep going, as long as we can. So how much is one steel mill going to be producing? We'd already switched the production, to be fair. It's going to be taking a lot of... Oh, it starts with 65 steel, actually. If we were to switch to the steel tools over here, that'd be 40 steel. That's not too bad. 40 less iron needed. So that would actually be okay. I'll switch to the steel tools. That's going to fix the tool situation, although it first needs to pick up some speed for the steel production itself. And then if we were to switch to this, the coal consumption would stay the same. Iron consumption would increase a little bit. But the steel production would increase drastically. And it's apparently the #1 productive steel mill in the world. And the second most productive building in the world. Okay, I mean, it is quite productive, admittedly. Coal prices started to be pretty high, though. I mean, we are going to get another coal mine soon. Ish. It's #3 on the list there, so yeah, it'll be done soon enough. But yeah, we can't expand into Vietnam right now. I mean, once we get a bit more weapons production, we'll probably have the army then to actually push through. And we've got the barracks over here. It's going to take about 2 years before we reach those. Unless we can start increasing the construction speed even further. I mean, how is the iron situation right now? It's plus 11. Got a bit of extra wood. All play and no work. Oh, right. Is he alcoholic? What skills do you have? So you got the direct supply requisitions expert, alcoholic, master of diplomat, celebrity command. We can fire him. We can get a better one, maybe. Recruit a general. Ambitious, offensive planner. Or meticulous, offense and defense. Open terrain commanders, offensive flat terrain. Which probably isn't all that numerous around here. More prestige. And more command limit. We can go for that one, yeah. Probably not going to keep the armies quite the same size then, but we'll see. Right, so the steel price dropped, tool price dropped, iron prices went up a tiny bit. Meat and grain prices are still... Oh, grain prices actually increasing. Well, I suppose there might be just a lot of need for it. We haven't gotten the second level of the food injuries quite yet. We are working on that, but yeah, the wheat price going up is not great necessarily. The glass price is pretty massive, dye price is massive. Oh, we did get the... No, we didn't get the level 2 dye plantation there yet. We're working on it though, we're working on it. Do they use dyes over here then as well? No, not yet. And no one else over here uses dyes for anything else. Alright. I guess we shall survive. So the motor industry is going to be done in 9 weeks. That's going to start producing a little bit of engines so we can start building some railways. And we can start improving the infrastructure. I mean, how is the infrastructure? We've got plenty in our capital. We might need to increase the stuff over there at some point, but down south we definitely need to start increasing our infrastructure. Although there's not a massive amount of pops available. Oh, there we go. Succession deficit isn't quite as bad. We are like, if we were not constructing, then that would increase our productions quite a bit already. Is there any stuff over here that we could upgrade, perhaps? And the furniture, well, we haven't got on the second level of the furniture manufacturer yet, so we probably don't want to touch that. We don't have any sulfur yet. Oh, diplomat expelled. Oh. And now prison is improving relations. Alright, not confusing at all. Do we have a lot of, actually the class... Oh, finally we got agrarianism and law enforcement as well. Right, well now we can go for the better taxation. Rural folk and armed forces would support this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to switch first the monks away, bring in the armed forces. Still not massive legitimacy, but it'll do. And then we're going to start passing the per capita taxation, so it's 29% chance of passing. And then that's going to fix our income probably. Actually, how much is that going to be an improvement? 10,000. Okay, so that will fix most of the issues. Although now landowners don't want to pay taxes anymore. Or once again. So that is causing some issues. Oh, there we go. We've got the motor industries. So we've got some engines. We're not really using them a lot for anything, but I suppose we could queue up at least one railway down there. As well as a railway over here. Probably build a railway going through, basically. From our capital all the way down south. That should be fine. And I suppose what we should have a look at is the development in the railway, so we can use the wooden passenger carriages. That's going to start producing a bit more transportation. A bit less infrastructure, but it's fine. More transportation means more means of, well, transportation. And more things for the people. Ooh. Okay, that's a lot of radicalism. Maybe we don't pass the taxation law then. I don't want to have a civil war. Because that would potentially be pretty bad. It'd be 30 battalions. So we'd have about half our troops still remaining, but that's, yeah, that's still pretty bad. But we can avoid that revolution, I guess. Is there any other laws that we could maybe pass? Not with landowners not in the... Oh, because they are rebelling, okay. So it wouldn't have been going forward anyway. With the landowners not in the government. Well, I guess we'll need to figure out something else that we can do. As soon as they're not revolting anymore, we should be able to fix the issues. Oh, there we go. Now it's no longer happening. So let's go ahead and bring the landowner... Oh, wait, no. We're not allowed to bring you back yet. Plotting a revolt... Oh, there we go. Finally. Confirm that. Is there any laws that we could pass? I mean, there's the colonial exploitation, I suppose. And that could actually be okay. It's only 11% chance of passing it, though. So it's not great. Go for the National Guard. Increasing the conscription rate, revolution, progress speed, and political movement radicalism would go down. I think we are fine without that one, though. Not going to go back on the bureaucracy. Not going to go back on that either, but hold on a minute. Go for the dedicated police force. Landowners would still hate that. But maybe it's not too bad. Right now we still have a law that increases their power, but if we could start reducing that, that might not be a bad idea. And there we go. Oh, relations improving, and the coal mine is underway already, slowly. The shipyard in Malaya is getting an expansion, so that's good. We might want to get some naval bases already. I'm just going to put in 5 naval bases over here. Speaking of which, we should probably make sure to switch the naval bases to start using the power of the purse already, and once we get the... Oh, another peace treaty. So I suppose we'll have plenty of tools already with the steel mill and all that. How much do we... Actually, the steel price is pretty low. The coal price is bloody massive, though. And we're losing a lot of cash. I'm just going to increase the taxation a little bit, so that's not going to be quite as bad a deficit. I don't want to go too high, though, because the radicalism is going to start increasing quite radically. Admittedly, we got quite a bit of bureaucracy shortfall right now. Do we have any... We don't have any underway right now. Okay. Do we have tax shortage somewhere? No. Paper is a bit expensive, though. Let's go ahead and put in another paper mill underway. And then I guess we'll get another government administration capital. And we'll probably pull the... Oh, pause for a moment. Pull that to the top. But we'll want to get the shipyard and the coal mine first. Then we can get the administration, so we can fix some of these issues here. And at least the population is still slowly increasing. That's good, and the shipyard is almost done. I'm guessing the clipper price isn't too bad. It's okay. If we were to produce some military shipbuilding, clipper price would be pretty high. I mean, we would lower the production by 15 right now, so it would go down to 20. We got buy orders of 43, so once we get the second... Oh, wow, we got the second level now, so we can switch to that. The clipper price is going to be a bit bad, but we'll have some mana wars. Of course, we don't need them a lot right now. Gold depleted in West Borneo, alright. There's been some gold mines in here that have been depleting over time. Getting the coal mine over here. Oh, right, we don't have the construction sector there yet. Of course, we don't have really money to expand that either, nor do we have the resource for it. I mean, the iron we probably have a little bit extra, and what about the tools? We got, well, we got a small deficit. Working on it. Oh, there we go. Field works completed. That's going to increase our defense in the next war against Vietnam, or Dynam. Logistics would not be too bad. I suppose we could just complete that, or what's in the production? Oh, actually, crystal class is a good one. Because we got some lead production already, which we could actually increase even further. Actually, no, we can't increase that any further. But, you know, there's still pretty good amount in there. You could go for the crystal class. That reduces the wood consumption a little bit. The lead price will increase a little bit momentarily. Well, actually, it's going to be slightly elevated, but the amount of glass that we produce is going to be really good. I suppose, did we put ever the decree on resource industry over there? No, but we should do that because that's extra mining. That means more coal and some more iron. So the coal price is going to start dropping, hopefully. I mean, how much do we... Oh, we produce 72 now. Okay, that makes sense. Because we've only got one mine there thus far, but it's going to be a fair bit more once we get the second level there, which is a few more weeks. Then we'll get the government administration, and hopefully we can fix some of the tax deficit over here. I mean, we've got a decent bit of credit still available, so I'm not too worried about that, but we do need to keep an eye on fixing that one way or another. Oh, there's people that want slavery banned. But of course landowners would hate that, so as long as the landowners are primary cause for the legitimacy, which it is, let's be honest. There's ideology penalties though, a little bit. Oh dear. Okay, I'm guessing the police force won't pass. Yeah, we got 16% in there. We can probably stop that for a little bit. Let's look at the other options. So we don't want to switch away from agrarianism. Oh, there we go, the cranes. So taxation. Landowners would oppose that. Not too bad necessarily, but yeah, if we could pass the per capita taxation, that would be a lot of extra money that we get. So I want to focus on that one. Let's see if the nobility wants to rebel once again during this or not. I'm hoping not. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, they are quite annoyed by that, I suppose. Oh. Netherlands wants to take on debt. That would be about 500,000. But we own an obligation. You know what, I'm going to take that regardless. I mean, it's going to fix our economy for a while. Well, not really fix, but it's going to alleviate the issues. And, well, unless they force me to become a protectorate or something, we should be fine. So how long do we have the truce with the easterly neighbours? Until 1859. Until we have a fleet, I mean, we could probably expand. Oh, diplomats expelled. Well, that's not great. We could probably expand into Burma at some point. But that's easier said than done. But that is probably something that we'll have to do. Of course, doing landings into Borneo is also something that we'll want to do at some point. We don't have the fleet for that yet. But hopefully, once we start getting some ships over here, we'll be able to get a fleet capable of landing some troops. I mean, basically, 20 ships is all we need, for the most part. Or 20 flotillas, rather. Is there any improving relations that we can do? On our neighbours, not a lot. Yeah, there's not really a lot of them. I suppose if the per capita taxation doesn't pass, I mean, we've got a pretty good chance of passing it, to be fair. The 30% chance. They haven't started causing a revolution yet. So that would already be pretty decent, and the administration deficit is going to be fixed for the most part very shortly. And do we have the... Oh, right, the paper mill is pretty far back here in the production queue. Of course, still haven't been able to open up the markets, which is a bit of a problem. What do we have a lot? We've got a lot of tea and coffee and fabrics. And quite a bit of lack of services. That's something that we'll probably start fixing at some point. There we go. Now we will have our bureaucracy increase. And yeah, the paper is expensive. Low market access in the south. How close are we getting to the railways? It's still going to take a while. Did we get the... Oh yeah, we got the coal mine over here. So the coal price is actually not too bad. The iron price is actually quite low as well. Huh. Alright, and then we got the steel mill over here, which is probably producing a little bit extra, although we don't need all steel, quite frankly. Did we ever get the extra... Right, so we didn't start producing the cannons yet. How much do we... We only produce 60 small arms, which is pretty much what we need for our troops anyway. So we'll probably leave that as is. We're going to get another food industry in here. We haven't gotten the canneries yet, no. But the sugar price is going to start going up. Oh, actually, after the crystal class, we should probably go for the intensive agriculture, just so that we can get some extra grain production going. Plus, that's going to lead to nitroglycerin, which is going to lead to dynamite. But yeah, that one, the canneries would be quite nice as well. Increase the fish consumption, more groceries. Okay, please pass, please pass. Nope. Social banditry. We can hunt down the bandits. Or attempt to relieve poverty in Bangkok. That would be tax waste of 30%. Oh dear, that's pretty bad. Or we have a chance of increasing it, or we have a chance of drastically reducing it. Oh, well, we rolled really badly there. Alright, 10% chance for this. Maybe we can let it go for one more time. See how it goes. But we got 1.2 million radicals. We should probably do something about that. Seems like it's mostly... Oh, there we go, crystal class. Right, so let's go for the intensive agriculture, and now we're going to switch to the class works to produce more glass. The lead price is going to be pretty bad, though, so we'll probably need to get a bit of an extension over there. We don't really have the workers for that, necessarily, but I suppose once we get some more transportation, we can start reducing the workforce required per level of the mine, or for each level of the mine, so that's going to help us a little bit. So the furniture is still a massive deficit. I mean, we are expanding the furniture manufacturing by one level. We should probably get a second level there already. And we could put in the... If we go for the precision tools, the hardware price is not going to be too bad. The tool price isn't too bad. Furniture, well, there's going to be a bit of a lack of furniture, but we're going to get some luxury furniture going. That's going to start getting us a bit more taxes that way, because I believe we still got the... Oh no, actually we don't have that consumption tax. Glass is 600. So coffee is actually less than glass. Okay. If we remove that one, put the glass tax there. And the luxury clothing is 1700. That's not too bad. Do we got level 3 textile mill, okay. And the dye price is pretty high. I mean, we are going to be fixing that eventually, but it's only after the tooling workshop. Generally speaking, it's not going to last all that. Oh, right, we got 100,000 in the investment pool. Alright, so there's not too much going into the investment pool right now, but that will hopefully get fixed eventually. Did we ever get the glassworks over here? An upgrade? Actually, the lead price isn't too bad. The dye price, on the other hand, is starting to be pretty high. That's probably something we should pay attention to. And the land-based taxation, we've still got a bit of a chance of success. I mean, 8% isn't great, though. Because the social banditry, minus 20. We might have to stop that and try something else. If this fails, we'll just, you know, if we get a lucky roll there, then we'll be fine. Porcelain price, grocery price, and liquor price going down. Glass is going up. Fabric's going up slightly. And luxury clothing is going down. Alright. Oh, there we go. We're getting the dye plantation. And we're now getting a little bit of the investment pool transfers. 700 only, so it's not a lot. But that is hopefully going to start giving us a bit more money. There's still quite a bit unrealized taxes. Is that because of tax waste? Yeah, okay, so it's just a little bit over there. I suppose there might be some modifiers locally for the tax waste as well. Low market access, stays in turmoil. Oh, right, the turmoil is probably going to cause some issues as well. We probably need to start increasing our government administration buildings in general. So we'll put in another level there. We'll get a lot of barracks built. That's going to mean that we'll have the 60 battalions in, well, more or less ready for the next war. How far is the arms industry? It's right after those barracks. It's about a year. Then we're going to start building some artillery as well. So we'll have both artillery, at least, you know, the basic artillery, and the light infantry. We've got still pretty high infamy, though, but that is slowly getting better. Grassroots support for the... Oh! I'll take the 20% success chance. Thank you very much. So we've now got 28%. So we're back in the game. We might pass that law. Let's go on speed 5 while we're waiting for things. Right, so we're not going to expand into Burma quite yet. I think taking on Dainam and Cambodia is going to be the priority first. And then after that, well, in the meanwhile, we'll also start building our fleet a little bit. And then we'll be able to do a landing in Borneo. And of course, at some point, maybe after the per capita taxation, we could go for the colonial... Oh, there we go. Oh, we probably had some temporary costs going or something. Because now we're making a lot of money. Although we did just expand something in a way, a tooling workshop. That's probably still making pretty good cash. In here, yeah, they're still hiring. That should also increase the amount... Oh, right, the investment pool transfers. Yeah, that's what's going on. We're getting the most of the construction costs covered with that. I mean, the investment pool is not going to last very long. There we go, we got the dye plantation going over here now, so that's going to start reducing the dye prices. And, oh, France are damaging our relations. That's not great. Is there any improved relations that we can do with them? Not that I can see. They expelled the diplomats, so no. So there's not really that many people that we could actually improve relations with. I suppose we don't have that many interest areas, and we've already upgraded or improved the relations with some of the nations to the max. But we haven't really lowered the relations with them. Oh, there we go. The landowners are paying their taxes again. As long as we can pass the per capita taxation law, that's going to start reducing a lot of the problems that we have. There's still a bit of a tax waste though, so I'd rather get that fixed soon enough. But the barracks are going to be done very shortly. Luckily these are very cheap buildings overall. And then we'll start working on the arms industries. We'll get that to level 3. Which I suppose we could already start producing some of the artillery, or some cannon production, and we can put in the barracks to start using some cannon artillery. So the modifiers will wear down, or will definitely have worn down by the time we are ready to fight against the... Oh, there we go. That's 6,000 extra tax, or 6,000 extra profit right now. We could potentially start reducing the taxes, but that would be minus 7,000, so maybe not yet. Not yet. We'll get rid of the interest in here, so that's going to be 8,000 profit at that point. So basically, once we pay off the debt, that's going to be a lot better situation for us. Of course, we are also going to be improving the... Oh, yeah, we're getting a port in Malaya, so that's going to fix the infrastructure issues there for the time being. There's not a lot of population available here. Actually, the rice farms, we can start using the harvesting tools, and that's going to reduce the employment there. Actually, we could probably do that in pretty much everywhere. Use the harvesting tools. If we go for the big orchards, or maybe if we go for the maintain single crop, that means a bit less fruit and less sugar, but more grain. So I think that's actually alright right now. Butchering, we could increase... Well, the meat price is actually pretty bad right now, so I don't think we need to worry about that one. And logging camps, we probably don't need to touch those right now. Urban centers, if we were to use... Oh, I don't think we're going to afford that one yet. We got some urban centers down south, as well as one over here. Suppose if we were to switch this one to use the market square, that's a little bit more class consumption, but more services. I think that's alright. Making still 6,000 profit per week, so we're slowly paying off the credit. That's good. Oh, Bangkok is also in turmoil right now. Is that because of the radicalism? Probably. There's probably a lot of... Oh, that's causing a lot of tax waste, isn't it? Yeah. And also a lot less migration, but we don't have... We've got closed borders right now, so it's not really that big of a deal. Although, is there migration controls? Is there something that we need? We just need to have someone that supports that in the government, and all the factions that support that are still marginalized. And we're still trying to improve the popularity of industrialists, intelligentsia, and currently the rural folk. I mean, we did get the per capita taxation law passed though, so we don't really need the rural folk anymore. We've got all the agrarianism, the trade policy. I mean, for this one, the mercantilism, the rural folk oppose that. It's basically just the industrialists that we need to get into power. So let's stop boosting rural folk then, or bolstering them. We could probably even reform the government. We're not passing any laws, are we? So let's switch those out and bring in the monks back in. Maybe the armed forces can be switched to intelligentsia, although that might be a bit of conflict of interest in there. We'll have a look at what can we try passing now. That's the religion laws, the citizenship laws. I mean, if we were to go into racial segregation, it's actually not that bad. Like, being this one means that there's less radicals from standard of living increases and more loyalists from increases. But of course, that means that we won't be accepting quite as many cultures. So the discrimination is going to cause some issues. But there should be a bit more... Ooh, slavery ban. Okay, ooh. Landowners would revolt from that. So maybe not. Guaranteed liberties would be one possible option there. Taxation laws we can't change yet. We can't switch the trade laws yet either. And over here we can't switch to anything else. It's a bit of a shame. Righteous Assembly, we could go for the censorship, but I don't think the intelligentsia would not appreciate that. Plus, well, I mean, it would give us a bit more authority, but the tech spread would be bad. So we're probably not going to try passing any laws right now. Getting the arms industry in 3 more weeks. And looks like we're making a lot more money now. Well, a decent bit more money right now. Once that arms industry is done, the price for our military goods is going to start dropping because we should have enough small arms again. At least slightly more small arms, if nothing else. Organized crime. Criminal organizations have begun operating Malaya. Doesn't matter if we arrest one person or solve one crime, it will keep going unless we go all the way to the top. I suppose we're going to afford paying 1,500. Oh, right, yeah, I suppose that did drop the military cost quite a bit because we're now making... Oh, because we're using the investment pool, okay. We can probably reduce the taxes a little bit, though. I mean, without the investment pool, we'll probably have a little bit of problems there, but that is going to start reducing the radicals maybe a little bit. At least that's kind of the plan there. But with that, we are actually out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.